Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I put up that little kind of poll in my community section about which makeup look to recreate from one of my favourite kind of makeup people to follow on YouTube or Instagram, whatever. And by far, Penelope Gwens Hot Summer Goth won by miles. What I'm actually going to do is once I've completed the look, I'm actually going to go outside and show you in kind of bright sunlight, because obviously it's a sunny day and it's meant to be a hot summer goth look. And also someone did ask if I can show off my hair colour a bit more, because it does look quite, it's hard to see on camera because it's quite dark. It doesn't show off how kind of auburn my hair is, so I'm going to do that as well. I am just going to put a hairband in to get it out of the way whilst I do the makeup portion. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off with my eyes first. I'm going to use these to kind of really get the sharp, precise kind of wing going. Quite a similar look to kind of the foxy look, but it's just a bit more dramatic, I think. So I'm going to try and get it quite high-ish. So yeah, these are the elf strips that Emily got me for my birthday, I believe last year. I thought I'd put them to good use for today's look. I'm actually going to start off with a black pencil, eye pencil. And yeah, I'm going to start running this, and her wing goes relatively high. I'll probably go up to here, and then smudge it in to the eye. It's quite faded out when it gets further into the eye, but just to get the intensity down, this is what I'm going to do to begin with. And then it kind of just goes, oh, I haven't put eye primer down. So just in the gaps where I haven't put anything on, I'm going to quickly shove some eye primer there. So obviously my Lily Lolo eye primer. Keeps it quite concentrated to the lash line. Right, it's looking very messy at the moment, but I'm going to go blending out in a second. She does bring it round into the inner corner, but I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to just concentrate on the wing portion and kind of get that to how I like it. So I'm going to go over that with a black eyeshadow, just to make sure it's kind of set in place, and yeah. And start buffing out slightly, but I'm going to use more of warm tone browns to kind of buff out the rest. And it's almost like a halo effect going on, because she puts like something through the crease, but there's definitely a blank space in the middle, and then she's brought a little bit of the brown shadow here. So I'm going to attempt to do that. What I'm going to do is take the brush I use for my eye primer and just go over this edge here, because I brought the black too far this way. So I'm just going to soften it slightly doing that, and then go in with the browns. I'm actually going to start off with a kind of, I want to go in with this brown, but I'll start with a lighter brown first, just to start going over this and blending it out. And there's definitely like browns, like I said, that go through the crease and almost create like a cut crease as well effect. So I'm just going to slowly drag the shadow across the crease. I'm doing it just above the crease. I am going to take actually I'm going to go with a darker brown quickly and just go over the wing a bit more and kind of start smoking it into that kind of outer V section going kind of through or just above the crease. I'm going going to do is on a clean fluffy brush, just go over these edges. Just to soften them. So yeah, no products being added, just a fluffy brush. And just softening. It's warm it up now, so I'm going to go in with like a warmer toned mid-brown. And go over the edges. And bring it a bit further in now with the brown. Obviously make sure I go into the kind of crease area as well. And then just slowly drag whatever's left into this bit. And go back in with the fluffy brush. Just to make sure all edges are soft. I think this look is definitely going to need a lot of patience when it comes to the eye portion. Because also her lid, she's got a lot more space on her lid than I have, so it's not going to look identical. So mine's probably going to look, yeah, much shorter than hers, where she's got a lot more space on the lid to play with. So kind of really... Oh, it's going to be for me. So it's Emma's birthday tomorrow and some flowers have just turned up for her, and obviously she's out walking the dog, so I've just had to answer the front door like this, but that's fine. Right, yeah, so like I said, a lot of patience to blend out. And make it look smooth, and like I said, the shaping is not going to be the same because obviously different shaped eyes. Like I said, she's got more lid space to work with than I do. So yeah. Orange into it just to really warm it up. So I'm going to go with like this kind of orange here. And just go over it a bit more. Now I'm just going to quickly repeat that on the other eye. Right, a part of me thinks I should have done the black last and gone in with the browns, winged things out, and then added the black in afterwards. But I'm going to keep working with what I've got. So now I'm actually going to go back in with the black and make sure that it gets intensified. I'm going to take it on a pencil brush and just go and soften the eyeshadow in. She definitely has like a gradient effect, but you can quite clearly see the black wing on the out portion as well. So I'm just going to go back in and see if I can sort this out. And then just make sure I keep blending though. Right, this may... Okay, I think this potentially might not be the best look I've ever done. This is not going quite how I planned. It's not quite blending as well as I'd hoped. I'm just not sure if I should have started with the black or the browns first, but I'm going to carry on and see how it goes. What I'm going to do is just take a bit more of the eye primer, if I can find it, and just on a flat brush, one like this, just go over this section, because like I said, it's quite defined to a degree with a crease, and it's an obvious blank in the middle, so I just want to neaten it up by using the primer. And if I just softly blend it into here, it might actually help a little bit as well. And do you know what? I'm just going to take some of my powder just to set that in place. I'm going to take a pencil brush again, but just rub off some of the black. I'm going to go in with some of the kind of mid-tone warm brown and start buffing this into this inner portion. Because I said she's definitely got something kind of a blank bit in the middle and then stuff going on in the inner corner. It's almost like a halo eye type situation. I'm going to pop some of the orangey tone in there as well. Do you know what I'm actually going to do is take some of the champagne highlighter from Lily Lolo and actually pop that in the inner portion, because it's like there's not, I'm pretty sure it's matte and this gives a sheen as opposed to like a real shimmer, and actually it might just match the colour a bit well and just really highlight that kind of blank space. I mean, this pretty much looks nothing like hers anymore. I've kind of messed up, so I'm just, I guess, making it my own and kind of basing it off using hers as inspiration at this point, because yeah, this definitely hasn't worked out as well as I'd hoped. Okay, I'm going to take these off now and see what's going on. Ooh. And they're definitely uneven, but I'm going to fix that. When I come to my face portion, I will fix it up. What I will actually do is just take the pencil brush and go over it slightly to soften, but I'll fix the majority of this when it comes to putting my base on. I think that's just the best way of doing it. Because I can also then even them up as well. Go back in with the eyeliner and I'm going to wrap it around this inner portion because that's what she's got, and it goes kind of part the way along the lower lash line, but not all the way at all. It's actually, it kind of looks like it goes then into the waterline, but the actual like underneath stays blank. So I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to go over this with eyeshadow because hers does look very, very matte, the eyeliner portion. And because it's quite creamy, there is a slight shine to it. So going back in with that black eyeshadow on the pencil brush. Just going over it. And I can blend it so it looks like it's kind of creeping into the waterline. And there was no video of this makeup look, so I'm literally basing everything off a photo. I am going to take a little bit along here because I just feel like it looks a bit odd otherwise on me. But I'm going to keep the majority of the black shadow underneath the inner portion of the lower lash line. But I do think it needs something here. Black eyeshadow, and just go over the upper lash line in the centre of it as well. I'm hoping when I've got everything else on I look slightly less crazy, so I'm going to take some more of the champagne highlighter and just pop that on my brow bone. Thing is, I'm going to be pairing this with a black lipstick as well, so it could be interesting. I mean, the reason I wanted to do this is I purposely picked looks that I hadn't, from each artist, that I hadn't done on myself, or wasn't really like a look that I tend to do, just to kind of see what would happen if I did it and kind of push myself. I'm mascara now and really load up the lashes. The thing is, she pulls off this look so well. It looks absolutely amazing on her. Okay, I'm going to move on to the skin portion next. So going with the concealer and foundation and concealer all over the skin. And so hopefully at the moment I can tidy up the edges as well with the concealer. Obviously being careful not to go and smudge the black too much. It goes into the concealer. But I just want to neaten things up. And kind of neaten up and actually slightly soften these edges, because that's definitely what it needs, is softening. Okay, go in and set the skin, and then before I move on to bronzer, I think I'm just going to quickly fill in the brows. Now, I don't really notice any blush on the picture. It's quite a lot of bronzer, so I'm just going to really go in with the bronzer and then add some highlighter to the skin. I'm going into bronzer. Like I said, I'm going to load up with the bronzer because she's got a very bronzed look going on. Right, going in with the champagne highlighter. Just trying to use this up, so I may not be able to get a lot out of this. Okay, and then to finish off his lips, and she goes in with a black lipstick, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to line my lips first, and I don't have a black lip liner, so I'm just going to go in with a black eye pencil, the exact same one I was using on my eyes. It's the Lily Lola one. And then going in with a black lipstick. Okay, now that the whole look is complete, it doesn't look as crazy. It's still quite intense, but like she titled it a hot summer goth look, so it's not meant to be. It's meant to be like the deep tones, like the blacks and stuff like that. So it definitely is not the exact same look at all. The eyes are quite different if you look at the photo in comparison to mine. But like I said, we've got different eye shapes, so I just adapted it. Well, I say I adapted it, it went wrong. But I actually don't mind how it turned out in the end. I think, yeah, it's something different. Like I said, I purposely wanted to do it to push me out my comfort zone, do something a bit bolder. And actually, now it's all together, I don't mind it as much. I think actually it has worked out quite well. Like I said, it's slightly different than the original, but for me, I actually quite like it. So I'm going to quickly go outside in the garden so you can see it in the light and see my hair as well. And yeah, so... Do you think we're blinded? Okay, no, that's not working. Okay, so I really hope you did enjoy this video and this makeup look. I know it's, like I said, it's quite intense for me and stuff, but I will do a kind of softer look next time. But I just wanted to, like I said, experiment, play around and see what happens. So I do really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.